It's showtime. What's up, historians? Welcome back. I'm your host of the Historically Haunted Vodcast in Season 5, Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter, right here back. I know we just had a show 2 days ago. We're supposed to have Pennywise. We ended up having her assistant, which I'm actually her booking agent for Historically Haunted booking. Didn't go through. Still a fun show. A lot of you tuned in. Much love, supporters. Appreciate you guys. That's up on YouTube now. Forever in the links. So this one coming up now is actually sponsored by Alyssa Skews and Dan Stone, former guests of mine that have sponsored the show this week at Perceived Paranormal East Coast. So I appreciate you guys sponsoring the show. Much love. And before we start the show with a fellow Mainer, not many times I have a Mainer on. I've had a couple, but not a lot. So that's kind of neat talking to someone in the same state. Let's play an intro video. This is from Christy Dubois from Flying Podcast, Flying Chariots, I can't even pronounce the fucking thing. Flying Chariots, Rise Above podcast.
Hey, Weirdos. This is Chrissy DuBois, co-host of the Flying Chariots The Rise podcast on YouTube. And you are watching Historically Haunted Vodcast with your host, Adam Began, historian ghost hunter. Have fun, kids. Hey, Weirdos. This is Chrissy.
Have fun, kids. Adam Began, she didn't say it right, but you're not going to correct someone like that, right? What the fuck ever. I'm glad she said my name. So my guest now coming up, she is known through Maine for she's the eyes of Maine, New England, just people in general. She's the founder of Natalia B Imagery, is a professional photographer. A little bit of the dark side. She likes her ghosties, all that good shit. Oh, look at this. Author from a town of mine. I'll always be your neighbor from Maine. That's true. You're right down the road from me. Author Mary J. What's going on? Glad you're checking in, guys. So without further ado, she's out back having grapes and Chianti. Natalia Breton from Maine. What's up, girl?
I'm going to correct you, Natalie.
Natalie, what the fuck did I say? Natalia?
I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, you said it
No.
right. No big deal. No big deal.
No, it is a big deal because I said it fine in pre-show and not like I don't know you.
You did. When we were talking before, you absolutely did. As long as, look, Natalia, I'll take it. Nat, I'm good. No Nat for me. No,
but it is
yeah.
Much love. People checking in. Brandon, another client of mine, Viper Paranormal from West Virginia, down there with
Hello.
And what's up? Charcuterie board, liquid spirits, ready to go down the rabbit hole again. Yes, Thomas from Connecticut. He runs the Connecticut Paracons. He runs the Connecticut. Is she cool?
Yeah, Jen's cool.
Okay, she's a good one. What's up, Jen? I get the names there. So, what's up, girl? Thanks for checking in. He runs also the Salem Con in Salem, Massachusetts. We do it at Salem State University. We'd love to get you down there. Thomas, let's get her down there. She's going to be one of my clients soon.
Salem, I love Salem. I will take any excuse to go back to Salem. Love it there.
Ooh, a little bit of the witchy side, do you?
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah.
So Natalie, not Natalia, Natalie, what got you, I always ask for my guests, I like to start off with just kind of an origin story. What got you started into photography and quality shit? How
far back do you want me to go?
Let's go. I'm talking like, did you have an experience when you were 5 or 6? Did you start wanting to take photos?
August 20, 1982, I was born.
You're younger than me. I'm 79, so.
No, honestly, from the beginning, I have always been an artist since way back. And it's pencils, painting, drawing. That's just been my thing. Didn't always go that way. People that follow me know this story. I've told it a few times, but I ended up getting pregnant really young and had, back when dirt was clean, I ended up getting pregnant really young and I had to get a real job, so I went into healthcare, mainly healthcare, did other odds and ends things for years, but mainly was, a mom and a wife. And that was, my job. And a couple of years ago, I had a midlife crisis. I was like, man, I'm approaching 40 and I gotta do this shit. So I quit my job and bought a camera. And 5 years later, here we are.
Wow.
So yeah.
I dig it.
It's crazy.
I dig it. Brandon and Jenny sending me some stars. I appreciate the love, guys. It goes back into the show. Appreciate the love. Brandon's always sending. That's cool. So you kind of, you were, I don't want to say forced to grow up quick, but you kind of were, right? I mean, you were forced to be an adult. You kind of missed out. So now your kid must be a grown, I would think, 14, 15, 20 something, right?
So my son is 23.
Okay.
and my daughter is 17. So yeah.
So you're pretty much able to do. You're living your dream. You're an owner of your own thing. That's rad.
Yeah,
Go
it's
for it, bro. That's
fucking
dope.
scary. I'll tell you that much. But it is. I mean, it's a big, it's a lot of pressure. But it's me, myself, and I pulling all the effing strings over here. So,
and that's why I wanted you on. You're self-driven. You're kind of solo. And you came recommended from people that I know and respect in the community. And I said,
listen, so I just want to throw this out there. The Maine paranormal community is amazing. They sort of found me and hauled me into Parafest a couple of years back. Jennifer Moreau from the Maine Paranormal Society.
She runs Fort Knox, runs the Fort Knox haunt, and that Parafest is in Vassarboro. That's run by the Hartford brothers, Toby Hartford.
Correct. So this year, however, the Hartford brothers tossed it up. They said they had to take a step back, and I'm not sure if it's going to be going on in Vassarboro, but instead we have the Maine Paranormal Horror and HorrorCon. God, I said that wrong.
No,
I did, but I will also be the photographer there at that event as well. So they've kind of taken me under their wing, and that's great because I fit right in with them with all of them.
Well, that's why. Well, that's why I kind of knows you. Jeff's a client of mine. I'm his booking agent, the owner, Jeff. And him and Ashley are like, this chick here, you got to get her. I go, okay, she's going to be there. I said, well, let's fucking talk about it. And I get an hour to shoot the shit. I want everybody in chat that doesn't know you, Jim Brown, all these, Jim Brown's Tombstone Paranormal. He's probably seen you from Maine.
Hi, Jim.
From Maine, him and his wife, Dawn. So people that, Brandon, these Thomas, they'll support you, especially if you, I'm going to sign you to the booking agency sooner than later. You're going to be a client of mine.
I know. You're working on me. I know.
I'm slick like that. But I'm not doing it to fuck anybody over, man. I see these people and I'm like, man, for some reason, I got an outreach. Like I talked to one of the killer clowns from outer space that was in the movie a couple weeks ago. And he wants to put me in one of his films. So if I can help other people and help Mainers, it's kind of neat. So I figure.
Listen, it is. Look, we are way up here in Maine, and it's hard to get noticed up here sometimes because we're just way, way up and forgotten about a lot of the time. So yeah.
It looks good on the internet. People see the snow, they see the ocean, the lighthouses. They go, "Ooh, Maine!" Then they go for a flight. They go, "There's nothing. It's a dead end. What are you, Massachusetts?" And what?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of dirty back roads.
Yeah, we all live here, and it's either a fucking bullshit snowstorm or a fucking crazy thunderstorm. And they go, "Oh, Maine's rained all week." I go, "You came on a bad week."
Or mud season. Mud season is wonderful. So yeah.
I love it. But let's talk about you. You're based out of where the convention is going to be, which is the heart of Maine, the capital. I get right.
Yes. Augusta. Yes. My studio is in Augusta, and it is currently located in the Governor Hill Mansion. Isn't that Canada? Yeah, exactly, John. In the Governor Hill Mansion, which a lot of people in the paranormal community know because it is well known to be haunted. Yeah, and I have to tell you, I've not been there super long, and I've already, it's got a vibe for sure.
you felt it yourself.
Not even just felt. So look, I've always kind of had experiences. That's nothing new. But yeah, there's been a few times I technically lock the door when I'm working in the studio, whether I'm with a client or not.
Yep.
Because the door doesn't latch well, and so that way I just know it's going to stay shut. But when it's locked, it's tight. It doesn't budge. And there's been a few times, not the door rattling, but the handle is jiggling. Quite, and it's quite noticeable. It's not just, somebody knocked it on the way by, which probably wouldn't even really be possible anyway. But it's happened a few times. So the last time it happened, it was really like trying to get my attention, for lack of a better term. And so I got right up and went over and I unlocked it and opened it, fully expecting somebody there's nobody there. And I just got a chill. And I was like, I said, it was nighttime. I was the only one in the building. And I was like, I'll be done shortly. I'll be out of your way and you can have your room back. I mean, it's simple as that,
So you talk to him too.
I do. Yeah. I mean, right. Like,
worse than out there and you're talking to yourself, but who fucking whatever.
Who cares? I mean, if somebody is listening, they'll know that I'm respectful and I'm out in a few,
I was gonna
So
say because you
yeah,
got I check out your page. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, I stalked you a little bit,
of
and I
course,
have
yeah,
before you were on the show anyway. But you have the photography. You're willing to work for pretty much anything. I understand, like as far as people need you for an event or whatever. But
yeah.
you do like the dark side. I can see you. You
I
do like
do.
the Halloween.
I can't.
Yeah.
I just gravitate there, and I would do it all the time if I could. But I have to do. I don't have. I shouldn't say that. I don't have to. Obviously. Well, I don't want to make it sound like I don't want to because I love what I do. I
Well,
love.
right.
You know what I mean? But the artistic side of it and taking somebody's fairly normal portrait and creating something crazy out of it is where it's at for
I
me.
like that.
So
I
yeah.
like the uniqueness of it. Oh, my girl Heather of
Yeah.
7 years, Witch and Life Guide, sharing it right here, guys. Check it out. She's good at that. Thank you, baby girl.
Awesome.
Very,
Thank you.
yeah, you'll love her. She's very modest, very quiet, but she's a good person and she's a good supporter.
Is
I
she coming
appreciate
up?
that.
Is she coming up? Is she in Maine?
Yeah, she lives in
Okay.
Saco area
Yeah.
by
Okay.
Old Orchard
Okay.
Beach.
Yep.
But she got Witch and Life Guide on Facebook. She does her own thing, potions, grows sage, makes
Oh.
bracelets.
Oh, perfect.
Lava rock. She'll kind of be
Perfect.
it's kind of the whole thing. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It's from Portage Lake, Maine. Yeah, and a Route
Nice.
11.
Yeah.
Another client of
Hi.
mine. He's a stuntman and actor. He was in an Eminem music
Awesome.
video. He was an actor.
Friggin' right.
Yes, sometimes was Batman.
Yeah,
Ben
awesome.
Stronghold Rodriguez. He's also a Native American, and he's also a ghost hunter. So check him out, guys. Too. He's gonna be on the show in a couple of weeks. But
awesome.
anyway, I digress. So Augusta's your home, away from home. It's kind of that's a good spot to be. And
I was raised in Augusta.
Place,
yeah. Wait, what?
You're in this haunted mansion place.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, if you don't know of the Governor Hill Mansion, you should check it out. I don't know how active they are on their socials. Sometimes they post things, but they're not super active there. But it's just a crazy, awesome building with some amazing history there, and it still looks just like when they were there, except for obviously the room that they rent out.
Right, it's more like,
obviously. Yeah.
Kind of like what you're doing, guys. If you guys notice, it's dark in there. She's kind of redoing her house too. She kind of get to spend winter with no electricity and heat for a little bit, so that's cool. And when it feels like a negative 10, she's a champion, guys.
Fucking January. It's fucking January, like one of the January and February, the coldest months up here, and our electricity decided to just go crazy. And it was about a month of different electricians trying to figure it out. Finally, we just had the whole panel replaced, the whole shebang, and everything's been fine since. Thank God. So yeah.
But it took that, didn't it? Do you know?
I didn't care at that point. I was like, fix it. I don't care.
Give me the heat, right?
Yeah, seriously.
Maynard, she's a wildcat chaser. She also used a cryptozoologist. Used to work at the International Cryptozoology Museum.
I don't know her, no, but I definitely want to connect with these people too.
A client of mine, Jean.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jean's amazing, dude.
Yeah.
One of the strongest females in this field. So we'll get into some fun ones, Natalie. But before we get into some fun ones, I want you to plug some of your stuff. Where can people find you on other things? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok?
Yeah, Facebook, I am Natalie B. Imagery, and Instagram, I am Natalie B. Imagery. So it's I'm pretty easy to find. Most of my profile pictures, I'll have me with the bright red hair. That's sort of become my thing, and it is what it is. But hair by Nikki Hunt. I don't know if Nikki's watching, but if she is, she's fucking amazing. So
Nikki Hunt
go get your hair done by Nikki.
I used to live in Lewiston. She played the Harvest House in Nikki Hunt.
Yes, exactly.
That's fucking dope.
She's my makeup artist, so she's amazing. Yeah, she does all.
I gotta get her on. I sent her for request. Tell her I sent her.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But right now, her and I just launched a Zodiac project. So I have this series. I only have 12 spots because there's only, 12 signs of the Zodiac here. So I have 8 left right now. And I've got shoots planned and sort of my vision for each sign. And, you sign up and you come in and you let us work our magic and we have fun. And then you get a digital and you get a calendar with all of the prints from these zodiac sessions. So yeah, see, he's pulling it up right now. Yeah.
I wasn't ignoring you. I was trying to look it up.
No, it's fine.
I'm looking on my computer, and I don't know if it's the squirrels in Maine or what, but it drags the lag, and it doesn't fucking look good. So.
Well, you're way up in wherever the hell you are. So.
I'm Mount Katahdin and Appalachian Trail.
Yeah, so that's half the problem. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jen. And then I have my website is nataliebeimagery.com. So yeah.
All the same thing. You guys can message her or me on Facebook if you want to get a hold of her too. Are you willing to travel in New England for photography if someone has a wedding or a certain engagement?
Yeah. So weddings are not my thing.
Okay. Good to know.
Look, it's not, I have photographed a wedding and it went great. I loved it, but I never had one. I'm married, and I'm leading up to something here, but we never had, we've been married for 17 years and, and we never had, the wedding or any of it. We got married at my mom's kitchen table with like 3 witnesses. And he just recently, just before Christmas, proposed to renew our vows.
Oh, what a good dude.
We are getting married, but I will not photograph weddings. I will gladly pass you along to one of my many colleagues that I know that are fabulous. I will do headshots, senior portraits, family portraits. Obviously my artistic projects and things like that. I did the 40 over 40 project last year, which was fucking amazing. 40 women over the age of 40 came in and we, did their hair and makeup and we just did all these awesome photo shoots for them. And it was great. Cool. So yeah. 18 years. Awesome. Nice. Awesome.
What's up, Ewan? So you're willing to do, would you do like say like a band? Like I'm actually know some people that sing and play in band. Would you do like concerts?
I would love to. Yeah, actually. I would love to.
Good.
Yeah.
Good my band, we did a thing called Herd Flock in Richmond, where it's a 3-day event and the money goes to the local schools in Richmond, Maine.
Awesome.
And I actually sing in the band and they go, you want to come back for a reunion? Calling the Herd. I said, shit, I'll sing it. It's been 5 years, but I'll go sing again.
Yeah. Why not, right? So I don't know how much I want to get into it just because it's still in the works, but I am actually more than in talks, but speaking with the Scars Foundation, which was, so they have expressed quite a bit of interest in me being their photography committee lead. And then also a youth mentor for them. So I had to kind of put things on hold just because life and then the holidays. So, but I have to pick back up with that. So I hope that is going to go on. It was official, but I had to pause. So I don't want to say too much and like jinx myself.
Right. But you're getting noticed with little to no push from anyone, really. Right.
I reach out to people. Look, you don't get anywhere if you don't fucking try. Right.
Amen.
So the worst that can happen is somebody says no thanks. And I'm like, cool. I on to the next. I have lived my life. I have lived my life cautiously. And I'm not like crazy, like not cautious anymore, but you only live once and life is fucking short. And I'm trying to make up for lost time here. This is what I should have been doing from day one. This is what I should have been doing. And I'm trying to make up for lost time. So
catch up if you were like, even though you can't, but you're trying to put in.
Exactly. In my mind, it sounds good.
Right. Well, this whole podcast thing, I've only been doing it for 4 years. I'm like, why should I do this for 20? But would I have taken it serious back then? Or would I have just been like, you know what I mean? Would I have now that I'm 45, would I really want to try to,
I was a mom and a wife and they came first. That was how it was. So I wouldn't have been able to put in the effort that I can now. So
right.
Shit works out for a reason.
I think so. And just with timing with cameras, it's better than it's ever been as far as film goes with anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, you could do trick photography, but I noticed your photography is pretty real. And obviously, you got a lot of makeup involved in it, which is great.
Well, so I do a combination. I do some like real shit, and then I also do some Photoshop shit because like that is the artistic side. I don't get artsy on every photo. You know, my headshots and like the 40/40 sessions and things like that were just, you know, pictures. I didn't change, like, you know, but then you get into my darker artistic-y, you know, fantasy shit, and I'm obviously drawing and painting and adding things. And
I like your October shit, your Halloween type shit that was leading up. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, that's my favorite. So,
kick butt, Natalie. Yeah,
that's right. Fucking right.
Well, yeah, so like you said, you were a young mom, and of course, we're not going to get into all that. I mean, whatever, but you kind of grabbing life by the horns your way, and I think that's the way I do it too, and I love it. I mean, like you said, man, I have haters out there. I have had people that said no to coming on my show, and I don't go, oh, really? Like, okay, who can I fucking ask now? Oh,
that's
shit.
right.
The guy from Killer. And you know what's funny? Those two people that have said no to my show years later, now that I'm kind of getting known, they go, oh, I'll come back on. I go, nah, there's no room for you. Sorry. We don't forget, do we?
Yeah, no, never mind.
No, we don't forget, girl. Let's do some fun ones. Let's get to know Natalie. Give me some of your favorite movies. Well, hold on. You know me, I'm a big Stephen King guy. Give me your favorite Stephen King movie and then another movie.
Well, I do love Pet Sematary.
Oh, the original,
the original. It's just like a classic, right?
Get the baby, Lois. Get the baby.
Yeah, the Shining.
Oh.
And it, I mean, like it is, you know, the original, and I do like the remake. I'm sorry, like I know some people hate it, but
the remake's darker. I feel like, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's close. You're all about it. That's dope. All right, so give me some other movies that aren't King, and I won't judge.
Okay. Well, God, see, so I watch everything, but I definitely gravitate towards the the witchier shit. I can't help it, right?
Like, my girl loves Hocus Pocus, Tim Burton, anything Tim Burton.
So you need to go look up. I did a Hocus Pocus shoot that was friggin' amazing. I took 3 teenage girls, and we did it at the cemetery right here in Augusta, the big Mount Hope Cemetery, and it was amazing. Some of those pictures were posted this past October as like a repost type of thing.
I must have seen that. I think I showed my girlfriend that. You had one in the red hair, like with it wigs or real hair?
So the one with the red hair was a wig, but the blonde and then the one who played Mary, that was their real hair. Like she had purple hair. Yeah, it worked out great. It was perfect. But
it was pretty cool. That's how the red hair was like. Firestarter is great. Yes. I get to meet King in Bangor. I went to Joe Hill from Nosferatu signing in Bangor 3 weeks ago. Wow, 3 months ago. And King walks in with his Bangor jacket. I'm just like,
nice.
Oh, the same high school. He looks at me. I go, take a picture. He goes, not right now. And I said in the back of his head, I go, fucking eye contact. That's a win. I met him. So,
right. He looked me in the eye.
That's it, man. Natalie, what do you like to do if you have like a big party or say like a photo shoot? Do you have like a steak, lobster? You go like your seafood?
I do. I love lobster. Steak. So this is gonna get boring because I don't know if you want to talk about food. I've been doing keto all year, so it's like I just like meat and veggies right now. That's pretty much what I eat.
Splurge though. We must have a splurge like ribs or
so Jen, who's actually watching, took me out. Well, yeah, I eat meat. Like I will eat all the meat and vegetables. Give me all the meat and vegetables.
And I had steak tonight. Chowing on steak.
I mean, I will. But Jen took me out for my birthday this past year, and I had a giant piece of cheesecake because I hadn't had sugar all year long, and I definitely got sugar high. I mean, I was sugar high. Yeah,
that wound you up.
It was crazy. Yeah. But so
it's crazy when you don't have something, how when you have it, you realize how kind of bad it is or how much like, wow, you know what I mean?
It is. So I don't crave the sugar at all anymore. And I'll take a bite of it and I like feel guilty after. I'm like, I actually don't even want this anymore. It's crazy because I have eaten shit food, sugar my entire life. And I loved every bit of it. So, I mean, I did, I just decided I had to make some changes. You know,
Good
I'm
for
getting
you.
older. Yeah, you're getting older. Look, you know,
No.
I had to for
Yeah.
my own sake. So
That's smart. You want to be around it,
Mhm.
and I get it. I dig it. Vegetables are kind of cool if you play with them. You have fun with them. You can put a little bit of cream cheese in your bell peppers or something. You can have fun.
I do. I mean, the only thing I don't really eat is the carbs. So like the pasta and the rice and the bread and that type of shit and sugar. So, you know, anything I don't eat ketchup, but if barbecue sauce has sugar in it, screw it. I'm gonna have a little bit. Like I'm not that strict on it.
That's cool. You got to live a
Yeah.
tiny bit, right? I mean,
I do, and you know, I'm not going to be that annoying person at the barbecue that's like, I can't eat that. So
oh
fuck
god.
that. You know what I mean? I'm just not going to do it. Sorry, I don't mean to offend anybody.
No, but you're right though.
But
I'm not going to be that. No, I'll
I'm just going to
digest it for the
eat.
night.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
fucking
But,
funny.
yeah.
What is what does Natalie jam out to for tunes?
So Eminem, okay, like you
Cool.
mentioned that Godsmack. I am a Godsmack. I love them for years and years and years. I honestly I listen to a lot. I listen to every kind of different.
Alone.
I like the classical stuff, the Eagles, the Doors. I fucking Lady Gaga, like all of it. I
That's
listen
cool.
to
You
all.
really like all. You guys are
I
fun.
do, and it's funny when I'm editing. Depending on the shoot that I'm working on, it kind of plays into what kind of music I'm listening to too.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
it
So it's a
does.
vibe thing. It's
It
kind of
is. It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
gotta be.
It is.
That's cool, man. I love how you're living life like you're 20 again. That's how I look at it too.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing or not,
do.
but
Is Charles good people? Yeah.
yeah. So Charles, yeah. Charles reached out to me also to be on his show.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and I sent him an email this morning. I haven't checked to see if he answered yet. So sorry if you have, Charles. I haven't gotten it yet. But yeah.
She messaged me right away, Charles.
Sorry. No. No. Well, because you had my personal profile, not the business.
We've been
one.
friends before the show. We're Mainers, bro. I've known you.
Yeah.
I started following you for a couple months ago now.
It's the paranormal circle. Is how all that happens, really.
Yeah, Chris Brown, all those guys, Toby. I mean, you know, and
Chris
then of
Brown's
course we
great,
decided
too.
the event that Chris is, Jeff's doing. I said, well, that's it. Let's get on the fucking show.
I'd like to get Chris Brown back in. I did a gallery reading with him in the studio, not last year, the year before. I don't remember what the fuck year was, but I'd like to get him back. I don't know if he's ever going to hear this, if he's watching, but I'd like to do it again.
I'll message him. Yeah, he signed with me 2 weeks ago. Funny story. Chris, I met Chris because we were both in bands. He plays guitar for us. Yeah, Stillborn.
Yes.
And I was playing the Herd. And we got together, and then I told him I was a ghost hunter guy. I did some shit in Portland, and he joined up, and he never did it. And he joined up with me.
Yeah.
Went to Parsonsfield Seminary. You ever heard of that in Parsonsfield?
I have heard of it. I have.
Black and white school, and it was the first one in Maine. It was a dorm, and it burnt down some of it, and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So yeah, then he found out he had a gift, and that's no shit. So yeah, he's part of the group too, Circle Hunted Booking. So I know a lot of good people.
Yeah, the way he found out,
he knows his shit.
His story. Yeah, dude, he's amazing. He is. He really is. He blew me away.
Jim Brown swears by him how spot on he is. Yes.
He is.
Thomas runs a Connecticut Paracon True Crime Conference.
Awesome.
In July. He's my client. Let's get you there if you want. It's in Stanford, Connecticut.
Awesome.
He also runs the Salem.
Get me some info and dates and whatnot. Yeah.
I'm free this weekend when I'm sober, and I gotta work tomorrow. But Saturday, Sunday, I'll message you some dates and we'll figure something out.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right, we still got a half hour to go. Usually halfway through, I ask.
Oh God, I feel like I've been talking too much. Okay.
Oh, well, you want to
keep talking?
You want to go?
No, God, no, that's not what I meant. I know.
Oh, okay.
No.
I do get annoying sometimes. I get it.
No, you're fine. Totally fine.
I get ADHD and I don't take pills. I just smoke weed. So
same.
Not you.
So I same. ADHD. My brain is chaotic and all over the place, and I can hardly ever finish a thought.
Well, look, a bird.
Unmedicated over here. So
God bless you. Good. Yeah. That's what the Lord intended. Dana Perez will be there. Another client of mine for the Radicals. He drives around in a hearse, makes Ouija boards out of coffin wood, collects haunted items with his wife, and they make stew.
Did you say he makes Ouija boards out of coffin wood? That's crazy.
Connecticut coffin wood. Check it out.
Shit. Okay.
All right, so that's me. You see this right here?
Yeah.
It's me. You put me on that. Historically haunted.
That's crazy. That's awesome.
I've got
Great.
my little autographs all here.
Yeah. So I wish if I had more light behind me here, I have like a wall of stuff back here.
Show and tell. Yeah, you go. Look at you, you DeWalt lighter. Flashlight.
Yeah, it smells. I brought it because it's so dark in here, and I didn't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'll get you back on in a couple months.
You don't really need it. Yeah, definitely.
I'll get you on. It'll be like a whole nother room.
Yeah, exactly.
So the halfway point, I asked the guest to be a host for a little bit. You want to ask me a question or two since I haven't talked at all?
I wish you'd have prepared me for this section.
No, it's all in fun. I love people. Be a host.
I know a little bit about you, but the haunted history thing. Tell me more about that. History is my thing. Haunted is my thing. So tell me more.
Good vibe. I dig that. That's what the show's historically haunted. I gotta get a trademark one day. I gotta get the name for someone takes it.
I actually know. I saw a little bit about that from the other episode. I was like, "Ooh, okay." But
there's another show out there, historically haunted podcast with a P. I said, "Well, I'm a P." I'm just gonna. I got the booking and I got to start. Anyway, shit.
Anyway,
I give it too much. So yeah, I grew up in Lisbon. We moved there, just me and my mom and my stepfather. And then when I was it was 1988, so about 9 or 10, my mom's father passed away. My grandfather, Raymond Willette. And he came to me, dude, the night he passed away. He walked me to the fridge, got me a water, and told me to take care of mom and shit. Walked me back to my bed. I was like 8 or 9.
Fucking awesome.
And yeah, my mom at the funeral tried climbing in the coffin with him. She had a breakdown. She was crying. She loved my grandfather, bro. She wanted to go with him. So I'm not trying to laugh, but he died in a sack of potatoes at Bork's Market in Lewiston. He fell right on it, had a heart attack right in this grocery store in Lewiston. And
he fell where?
Bork's with a B. There's two.
No, but like you said, he fell right on it. What did he?
Right on a pile of potatoes. Yeah.
Really?
My mom still brought that up. Yeah, and he came to me that night, wanted me to the fridge the whole 9, and I thought nothing of it, right? I guess. And then flash forward to Central Maine Civic Center in Lewiston, where Stephen King went when he got hit by the car. Mm-hmm. Turns out they used to hang people in the square back in the day in Lewiston, that right up where the hospital is, and that's no shit by the Shriners.
I believe it. Yeah.
Of course, Lewiston's fucked anyway.
So
I go there. A lot
of that shit in Maine, history in Maine, though. It surprises some people, but anyway.
I do tours, and you'd be surprised. Hannibal Hamlin, America's first Republican vice president, died on a couch in Bangor. The couch is at the library.
I didn't know that. It's
for free. Yeah. It's an Alice Obscura. The couch for free. It's wrapped around. It says in 1898, Hannibal Hamlin died on this couch. Please do not sit on it. And you can go take a picture. He's buried at Mount Hope in Bangor. Yeah. America's second oldest garden cemetery. After Stephen King took the Reverend in Pet Cemetery in Gage. Yes. Mm-hmm. I know where all that is. So I digress. Back to Lewiston. I'm 15. My dad's father, we go to see him. He's dying on his birthday. No shit. It was like, 95, 93, whatever, 1993. Fucking dude flatlines right in front of me. We're talking vomit, eyes rolling back, twitching, grandmother flipping out, and everybody's getting rushed out. And I'm the only one whose parents are split up at the time, so my mom's not there. So my dad's trying to console his sisters, and all the other exes, or not the exes, but the spouses, are all taking the kids out. And my mom's not there. My dad and my mom weren't together since I was like 1. So I'm sitting there at 15 years old going, and my grandfather turns at me, and it just, I don't cry about it anymore, but he looked right at me, dude. And between seeing death, seeing a ghost, growing up in Stephen Kingville, I could have went the other way. I could be a Catholic fucking Mormon. Like, I don't believe it, but I'm very much like, I want to know what's up. Yeah. Am I going to see these people? My mom died. I was at home, and then I died in a car accident a year later in Scarborough in the S-turns. I got hit in the head on collision, died for 13 seconds, 18 seconds, whatever.
You did?
Yeah, I got paddled back and stuff. I had a thing somewhere. I can't find it, but I chest hurt for months. But I woke up in Portland. I go, had no phone on me. It took me 4 hours to remember Heather's number. I had to go pick up my car. I got pictures of it. It fell in the S-turn, had seaweed in it and shit. It was all fucked up. My wallet was in it, my joint.
Shit. Wow.
So I was homeless. That's when I was in the RV, man.
Right. Before the show, we chatted.
I debated suicide. I tried a little suicide that. Nothing happened. So you know what? 45. I got my girl. She loves me 7 years now. No kids or whatever, but I'm moving on. And long story short, I just do it for fun. I get fame kind of like I got invited to the Warren Convention by Tony Spera at no cost.
That's awesome.
And I loaded up Annabelle on stage 2 years ago.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yes, I got the bishop and everything. Me and Brandon Golding and check out
me next.
Yes, and that's why I want to hook you up because I'm a nobody from Maine. I'm a stoner, and if I'm getting recognition, there's people around me that deserve it too, Natalie. And
Listen,
you've got some good
it's
work,
funny.
dude.
You say the stoner thing like it's a bad thing. I think 90% of the state is a stoner. 90% of Maine are stoners. Like
It's
what it
legal,
is.
girl, right? It's legal.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like such, you know, it's less people that don't smoke nowadays.
It's
So,
almost an oddity. Because
yeah,
well, you don't forget, but like you said, you're a historian of sorts, right? You dig that shit.
I love it. I do.
Between the
I always
pirate
have.
ships, the slaves, the ghosts, the Vikings in Maine, the waters, the USOs,
Maine
UFOs.
has some crazy history and some old land. So when we bought our house, a big part of when we, you know, the right house was how it felt to me. And this just happened to be the house. And the longer we lived here, the more. So we moved in December. Actually, it might have been we closed December 30th. Yeah. So it probably was January by the time we moved in. But so it was the winter time and there was snow and stuff. Couldn't see much, no plants growing, that type of thing. We have 6 acres out back. And once spring came around and the snow was melting on all 4 corners of my house, I have these giant quartz rocks. And there was just certain things that somebody that lived here before me, I knew also was in tune with things the same way I am. And I was like, this is why I picked this house. And we have some really old land out back. And I say old land because there are very big old trees, you know, ancient fucking trees. I love that shit. Okay. And there is a lot of that in Maine. There's just a lot of, you know, the rock walls that used to divide property lines, you know, not
Go to the
exactly.
cemeteries. 1700s. She died in 1712. You don't get that in fucking California and Nevada.
No. And it's just part of Maine that not a lot of people know about. So I love the haunted history thing that you do. I think it's great. I do.
Oh, I appreciate that because
Yeah.
like I said, I love the Stephen King stuff. I do the movies, but at the same time, the history, like you said, people don't have to go to Lizzie Borden. You don't have to go to the Conjuring House. You don't have to go to Amityville. All that's great, but there are thousands of places going, hey, I've been around.
No, right. Like locally smaller, lesser known places, but there's many of it, you know. The Governor Hill Mansion is known locally, but it's not like, you know, widely known.
Right.
But it is.
The ghost hunters aren't going there that are regular ghost hunters, but the main ones are like, I mean, even Fort Knox is big to us. People go, what's that?
Yes. Fort Knox. So they've been trying to get me to go there, and I need to. I have not been to Fort Knox since I was a kid.
Oh my God. You could take.
I know. And I loved it as a kid. Me and my parents went a couple times, and probably more than a couple times, but I loved it. And then I ended up, I lived in Florida for 11 years. So a huge part of my young adult life, was out of state. So I lost touch with a lot of things here back home.
She didn't even know that.
What do you mean? What, Jen? What's your question?
Another podcaster, Josh, get her on your show, brother. You want some?
Hi.
Alicia, the sponsor of the show, Skews. What's up?
Hi. Thank you.
Go ahead. We didn't cut you off, Natalie. Go ahead.
No, I didn't even. What the fuck was I saying?
You were in Florida with all the zombies. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. So I haven't been to Fort Knox since we've been back home. Yes. Thank you for sponsoring me, but or him and having me.
Well, but it's all the same
thing. Yeah. But I do need to get back to Fort Knox because I would love to go back to Fort Knox.
Yeah, your buddy wants to go here. You guys need to go. The pictures you have, the bridge over there, that big bridge. On the other side of the bridge is Bucksport's tomb.
Yeah.
So put on his grave.
My husband Casey and I did go visit the bridge when, like, the first or second year we moved back to Maine because we wanted to check it out. But we didn't go to the fort. Yeah. Oh shoot, there was something. Oh, so we're talking about forts, and I used to live in Florida. One of my favorite forts in Florida is Casillo de San Marco and St. Augustine. Ooh. So it's St. Augustine. The entire city is haunted and amazing. And
but in that fort, Robert the Doll is in there, right?
He wasn't then, but I mean, that doesn't mean, I was going to say that doesn't mean he isn't now, but because this was years ago, because I've been back in Maine for like 8 or 9 years now, but yeah. St. Augustine was one of my favorite place. You want to talk history? That is history.
They say it was discovered before Plymouth Rock, 1615, as opposed to 1620, right? The lighthouse.
Yeah. Whether it's true or not, I mean, I believe it. Plymouth Rock is a tourist trap. It's literally a fucking rock. I'm sorry, but that's my view on that.
Okay,
you don't have to agree with me.
You're right.
And the Keys. Okay.
Medium Irie is another client of mine. She's a medium. What's up, girl? I'm going to check in and show some love to Natalie. Thank you, guys. We'll be on YouTube this weekend. We still got about 20 minutes to go. We can go a little bit over. I'm having a lot of fun here, like two old friends, even though we just met.
For sure.
Hello, Mania, though. That's cool.
Exactly. I actually thought it was funny when I was watching Kimberly and her daughter Addison. They were laughing at your accent. And I understood everything you were saying.
Oh, Missy.
Hi, Missy. I miss you too.
40 and Fest. I was a speaker this past year at the Sanford Gym. I want to go this year. I haven't got an invite yet. I know Chris Brown's going to be a speaker, but anytime you want to invite me and Heather, we'll come back. I'll get a message. Watch. I love you, Missy. You and Richie are the shit. Paranormal awesome. 5 with their kiddos.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that they bring their kids to do that stuff with them. I think that's great. That's great.
I was going to ask you that. Where do you stay with your children? Do you tell them about what you do? Do you expose them to the spooky side of things?
So yes, yes. So more as they grew. When I was younger, I didn't embrace it as much, and part of
Makes
that.
Sense.
Well, it's not that I didn't want to. I don't want to throw my parents under the bus in case they're watching, but I was raised Catholic, like a lot of people in the state, and so certain things that I gravitated towards, I was told were bad.
Everything, Natalie, sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yes, but no, we would go to the bookstore, and I would sort of gravitate towards like the witchy spell books and stuff, and my dad would be like, "That's evil." Witchy. Yeah, I mean, I have crystals here. This is my desk, and these are on my desk.
That's all Heather does. Yes, the crystals.
Like all the time. These are always on my desk.
You believe in incense and sage and the chamba and all that stuff?
I mean, yeah, of course. Yeah, I do. I'm actually, this whole time I've been playing with a piece of black tourmaline. Black tourmaline, sort of,
You burn candles? Of course.
Yes.
How dare I ask? One of my clients, Alexis Aaron, right? Yeah. Check that out.
Nice. I love it.
Derry, New Hampshire. She's in Derry. She's a local chick.
Okay.
Mother of 4 now, doing her thing. I like that you're independent. I like that you're local. You support other independents. I like what you do. I'm not gonna lie. That's fucking why I had you on the show. So, you have anything coming up besides the Augusta show, which is September 6th, my birthday, and 7th, and Augusta 8th, the Augusta Civic Center this year?
So I not a shit ton for events. I definitely am open to more events. So yeah, well, it is a new year.
Christy Marie, she does the photography for the Warren Convention with Annabelle. She's official.
Oh, nice. Hi. Hi.
Well, she's kind of in the same group as you, and photographer, Christine. So yeah, check her out.
I don't advertise for. Sorry, I cut you right off there.
That's what I'm for. Oh, you're good. I'm a spaz. You're good.
I don't advertise for events, but when people reach out, I pick and choose. I will be honest. I pick and choose which events I want to do. Because I can.
Schedule.
Well, it is scheduling, but I don't want to pick a job or do a job just because it's a job. I want to do something that I'm passionate about and I'm going to put my heart into and give it my all. That's how I work.
You're not a showrunner like everybody else that just does any show under the sun. You actually pick and choose and do what represent. That's what Heather's like. She's like, I'm not doing it unless I can do it. Like, I want to do the Dexter Festival, the hot dog festival. That'd be kind of neat. Keep it local. It's nothing no one does, right? No one's gonna know me. I'm gonna blow them away. They're gonna think I'm fucking Tony's, and Warren, for God's sake. I mean, so you're up for anything big or small, though, as long as it fits you, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I have sessions, scheduled. That's primarily what I do is studio sessions. So I have clients, like I said, families, headshots, seniors, the fantasy stuff. They come into my session and we do that. The events, I do, pick and choose when they come at me. I don't accept them all, so it depends.
I like that though.
But,
I like
yeah.
You got to be in this life because otherwise you get walked over. And I don't give a fuck. Money.
I have spent a lot of years getting walked on, and it's still something that I work on. It's hard. It's hard to say no because I really hate it when people are upset with me. It bothers me a lot, and.
People pleasing it's hard because it's hard.
It's a hard habit to break. It is. But yeah, so I'm gonna like, friggin' toot my own horn here for a minute because I don't know if you know, but I am actually Maine's photographer of the year this year for 2024, not 2025 yet. So they do the new awards are in April. I hope I have that right for 2025. But so I'm the Maine photographer of the year, Maine fine art photographer of the year, also for 2023 and 24. Yeah. So, it's just a testament to fucking hard work. And thank you. Because I have not been at this all that long in the scheme of things. And in the scheme of some of my colleagues who have been at it much longer, they probably look at me and hate me because I've just sort of come out of nowhere. But I just, like I said, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. The artistic part of me is just, it had to come out.
Yes.
So, I mean, it had to. It was fucking screaming inside. So I had to get it out. Exactly.
I mean, even if it didn't, who cares? You're not hurting anybody. But if you get good things out of it, then goddamn, it's a bonus, right?
I got to tell you, I have, the amount of people that have come through the studio that have left feeling better about themselves. It's amazing. So I not only take pictures here, but it changes people. The whole, and I know it sounds silly because it's a photo shoot, but the whole experience, we become friends. We talk. We're just like this in the studio. This is me. Yeah.
Yes.
And this is me.
For people, man. When they're look back, remember that time I got a picture with Natalie?
Memories. It's memories and it's self-esteem because sometimes we don't. You need to see yourself through somebody else's eyes, right?
Thank you.
You sometimes, we look in the mirror and we pick apart everything. Yep. I do it, you do it, we all fucking do it. And sometimes when I show you what I see when I look at you,
you're not biased. It's a non-biased.
Changes people. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a non-biased. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And not to cut you off, but it's a non-biased angle.
No, you're not cutting me off at all. And like you had mentioned, it's memories.
That's big for me.
I should have brought it. Oh, wait. I might have it here.
Well, I'm going to grab a beer real quick. Plug yourself. Give me 2 seconds. I got to grab a beer.
Oh, you get a beer. Oh, well, no, I was going to look for something. I don't know how to plug myself. Good Lord. I've already said all kinds of stuff. Hang on. What did I do with it? It just came today. God. Hang on, guys. I was looking for something. We're talking about pictures last a lifetime. And
imagery. Man, I got a beer. Record time, man. Yes.
I don't know if I have it here. I do. So
you guys got questions for Natalie? We got about 10-15 minutes left. Make sure you ask in chat, guys. Be polite. Ask questions.
Wait. We're talking about pictures, right? And how they last a lifetime and creating memories and things. And let's touch on this for a minute because so I clean and help my Nana with errands every couple of weeks. Sorry over here. Okay.
Don't be sorry.
Well, I have a stack of them. And we got to talking, and she had mentioned a couple of relatives that I'd never. Are you listening, Adam?
I was grabbing something. We're good.
Not teasing you. So we were talking. She had mentioned a couple of relatives that I'd never heard the names before, and I asked a few more questions and stuff, and went home and did a little research, and I found a picture of my great-great-grandmother.
Ooh.
And I happened to be able to order the picture, and it's actually the original. So This is a picture of my great-great-grandmother, original. Hang on, let me take it out of there so it's not shiny.
When you bring it up, I want to take myself off so everybody can see the whole screen. So don't be alarmed.
But here, okay. So the thing is here is like, look, this is my great-great-grandmother. I didn't know about her until a couple weeks ago, and I would not have this picture of her in my hands, you know, and her actual handwriting on the back, you know, if photos weren't a thing.
Wow. That reminds me like the Lizzie Borden era. That's early 1900s.
It's neat, isn't it? Really, really friggin' cool. And so she actually ended up married to a farmer in Old Town. But her family, the Gammon family, were well known back then. And she and all of her sisters had college degrees from Boston back then, which was a huge thing, you know, back in that day. Yeah. So a little bit. I definitely can see.
Wow.
Yeah.
They were prim and proper like that. They had the stance. They didn't really. Well, you know how you're free. Yeah. If you look at your poses, people do whatever. Back then, it was very stoic. Even for the women, it was very much don't smile.
Very.
That's the way it was, though, right? I mean.
So a lot of the reason that is because cameras took a long time back then. So you kind of had.
That's what I heard. 20 seconds, right?
Yeah. So you know it. Everybody had to stand there with a goofy smile on their face for so long that most people didn't. It's kind of that's why it was really that way. Whoops,
I thought that was a wise tale, but that's real shit, huh?
It is.
That long.
Absolutely. Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's pretty neat.
Real quick, someplace you're gonna be, Augusta, Maine. Look at them checking in, saying hello.
Hello.
Me,
yes.
Center.
Super
Natalie
excited.
Imagery, this way. She'll be there. Heather Witch and Life Guy, Jeffrey Witham, Jeffrey Talking Boards. Oh, so many people.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's got some amazing. God, I can't speak. Amazing Ouija boards too. His collection of Ouija boards is amazing.
Him and Danny are friends, so they know each other. They've been they were actually Danny had the hearse last year at the main. I forget what festival it was. It was like a weirdo festival. He had a hearse there, and people were laying in the back of the casket, back of the hearse.
Oh God, Oddities.
Dracula was there. What the fuck was
the Oddities show?
The Oddity show.
Yeah, so I didn't go to that.
You would have met them there probably.
Huh?
You would have met them there because they were right next to Dracula, Rob Zombie era Munster, Freddie Munster's Dracula.
Yeah, see, I would have loved. I didn't go. I forget why. I had something going on. I did go to pick up a haunted doll from Kim's Kids Haunted Dolls. The Maine Paranormal Society gifted me Robert the haunted doll, and I went there to pick him up.
You went to the end of the episode and mentioned this? Now we're gonna have another episode for sure. We can go a little bit over, but no shit, huh?
All right, go find him. You want me to? If he's like right there, you want me to go get him?
You gotta
How much time do we have?
Well, fucking, you can go 20 minutes over. You got him in a case or like protected by any?
No, I don't. And I'll tell you a story. Let me go get him. Hang on.
Go get him. Oh, absolutely. Please do. I'll keep everybody talking. So yeah, guys, check me out. Adam the Historian Ghost Hunter, historically haunted booking, historically haunted paranormal, whatever the fuck. Doesn't really matter. Just pay attention. Odd show. Yes, the Oddity Show. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
That's what it was, the Oddity Show. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that.
Okay, you ready?
Well, real quick, before you bring him on, he wants to know where you're located. You're in Maine, like me, Augusta, Maine. Augusta, Maine, the capital of Maine, where the convention's going to be. That's where her studio is located.
I am my studio's in Augusta.
But she can travel. I mean, obviously, you can if you want to do weird, if you want to pay the money to go in a graveyard or a fort or a beach, she just talk to her. She's willing to travel if the price is right. Just be sure it's cool in Maine, not -12 like now, you bastard.
It's
you want to go any place in Maine.
It is cold. Do we want to meet Robert?
Please. Make sure you say your prayers, guys. Ooh, look at this little guy.
This is Robert.
What's the story on this?
Robert, it's funny because I had been looking at Kim's Kids. So she takes porcelain dolls and breathes new life into them. Afterlife into them. That's a better way. She breathes afterlife into them. And so I was looking to buy one, and I think they were at the Oddity Show, and I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't go. And so they just did a video like of all the dolls set up on the table. They sort of panned across and he stuck out to me. And so I said, what about this guy? And she said, oh my God, are you serious? And I was like, yeah, why? And she was like, this is Robert. He loves his picture taken. And they had a bunch of pictures of him on trips and they used to take him with him and they take pictures up with him in different locations and stuff. And so he just had to end up with the photographer, right? Because he likes his picture taken.
Of course.
But yeah, so the little story, Robert now has a friend. And she's testy. People are going to think I'm nuts after this. After this
or just now? I think you're nuts.
I mean, God. So she's testy. And she also came from Kim's kids. And they have gotten some EVPs off from her. And she needed a home. And so I said, look, I know how to handle this shit. I'm not scared of her. I'll take her. And I did.
So willpower is the biggest thing.
It is. Mindset matters. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
It does. Yeah. And I took her and I had them next to each other. They can no longer be next to each other. She does not like Robert. And she kicks Robert off the shelf. And Robert actually broke his leg.
Is that no? Wow!
I sound like a crazy person.
No, but this is legit. You've walked in and seen them or whatever, right? I mean,
so I don't know if you could see it on camera, but Robert's leg, I had to.
Is that porcelain?
It is. He's porcelain, and this is all cracked here.
Really? I see it. I see it.
Like,
yeah.
Totally. She's not nice to him. Like, look, I know I sound like a crazy person. But
you're perfect for the show.
Now that they're on different shelves, Robert has not fallen once again. He's been fine.
Please tell me you're taking them both to Augusta.
I can, yeah.
Guess what? You guys get tickets to meet Natalie, to meet me right here. Thank you, Jeff. It's a big opportunity.
Yes.
We're going to be a lot of people there. Jason Voorhees, Pennywise, Stacey.
Huge. Listen, there are way bigger people there than me. Okay, I'm excited to go because there's so many more awesome people going there. But yeah, I will be there if you want to come meet me.
Tickets, guys.
Get your tickets. September 6th, correct?
My birthday is September 6th and September 7th.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
nice.
I'll be 46, but whatever. I don't care. That'll be a cool. I think people are going to go to see Jason, to see Pennywise, to see Hellraiser, but then they're going to see people like me. And, they're going to see people like me. People like you,
exactly.
and that's what I'm saying. I want to plug people because there's a lot of us. I think that's a good way to get our name going. There's gonna be a lot of people there.
Yeah. So the plan too. I should be somewhere near the door. This is the preliminary plan. I'm talking with Jeff. Obviously things can change, but I'll be somewhere near the door, and you'll be able to have pictures done by me. And I haven't exactly decided if I want to get a backdrop or use some of my digital stuff. It's a little more fun for me that way. And it's kind of a surprise as to what you get. If you pay for the picture, but yeah, so that'll be fun. And then I'm also going to be, walking around talking to people and doing event pictures too. It's kind of a double thing.
You got keychains or merch or stickers or magnets or anything?
So I have some shirts, but I do need more.
We're at the front door.
Yeah, see, told you.
Bring your money, kids.
It's gonna be a really awesome show. It is. It's gonna be amazing.
I'm more worried about not being at my desk, wanting to meet everybody, not staying where I'm supposed to be.
Oh yeah, like I don't want to take your picture. I want to go meet everybody. No, I'm kidding.
Bring your backdrop for the con too. Then we can talk about that.
Oh yes, that's right. That's right. We did talk about that. Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Natalie, like you're all over the place like me. Like we're professional, but at the same time, we're just winging it, right? We don't know what the fuck. We didn't go to school over there. We're just doing our thing. And like you said, it's hard because you don't want to not be that person. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm a booking agent. People pay me and it just works. I don't know, man.
Listen, sometimes you just are, good at what you're good at, right? Like,
and if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? Am I wrong, Natalie?
Right. No, you're not
wrong.
You are 100% right. You are the only one that's going to get your ass anywhere.
That's where your imagery has come from. Of course, your old man loves you, your kids, your family. But when it comes down to it,
I do have to give Casey credit, my husband.
Good man. Do it.
You know, he didn't always believe in this photography thing because, like, oh, you want to be a photographer now? You know, but I was like, watch me, bitch. But he, you know, so I bought my first smaller camera and sort of kit with some lenses and stuff, but he bought me my first professional camera and lens.
Ooh.
And, you know, so he's the one.
Canon? What do you got? Canon? What do you got? Like a big
Nikon, yeah.
Okay, Nikon,
Yeah.
Nikon.
Yeah.
That's the shit.
Nikon, yeah.
You work. I mean, I want to get, like I said, we're at the time. I'll go 5 or 10 minutes over, dude. I can definitely get a half hour over. I'm not going to spend all the time. But you're more than a photographer. You're a person. I know we barely spend any time talking photography, just about you.
That's okay.
But
totally fine.
But I want to talk a little bit about your photography now, which you take very much to heart. You're the legit shit. You show up with all your shit. You must have lighting tools and stuff, everything to go.
Oh, yes. So
you got a little arsenal for you?
I have the whole shebang. Yeah, I have the studio and the lights, the flashes, you know, camera lenses, paper backdrop, props. So I have a whole client closet of different clothes and shoes and props and shit. So, and then again, I work with Nikki, who's my makeup artist. So, you know, she does my quote unquote regular makeup looks as well as my, you know, fantasy looks and things like that. Nobody else to pull it out better here in Maine than Nikki as far as the fantasy makeup. She's fucking insane. Yeah. So super happy to, you know, have her working with me. You know, yeah, but I don't remember what I was saying. I lost my train of thought because ADHD unmedicated over here. Yeah.
But you look for the eye of anything. You're willing to, you know, you do your work for the most part if you believe in it. Oh, is Carol cool?
Yeah. Hi.
What's up, Carol? Dragon, how sexy it looks. What's up, buddy?
I love dragons.
Dragons is the shit.
I just did a composite for somebody. Somebody commissioned me for a composite piece. Sort of
or something. The people that LARP and shit.
Yes and no. So yeah, I mean, I definitely, you know, all of you know, like the Renaissance fairs and stuff. Listen, guys, if you go to
like that stuff. It's for me.
Toss my name out there because I love to photograph these people dressed in their shit like that. Is cosplayers, give them to me. Yeah, I love it. No, I do. I really do.
Yeah, I dig that. If someone digs it and they're 100% about it, who gives a fuck? They're gonna pay you to take pictures of them LARPing with a fucking foam sword.
Yeah. And so what happens is special effects makeup. Yep. So what happens is they dress up and then they'll commission me to, you know, we take the photos and then I take certain poses and things and we put them in a scene, whether it's fighting a dragon or, God, what else? Somebody with a polar bear and somebody sitting on the moon and a river full of moons floating down the river and somebody was picking up the moon. It's like just different fantasy scenes and art pieces. So I actually put you in the art.
I like that. Well said. Well
yeah.
Put. Hey, that's the difference in just going to Portchis and getting or JCPenney and getting a headshot.
Exactly. Like we make fucking art. Yeah, exactly.
I want it to be memorable, but I want it to be like, holy shit, like I want it to be like a movie background because life's too short. Let's have fun with it, man.
That's right.
I think that you're pretty much anything goes. What's one of your favorite? Well, let's have a couple more minutes out of you. I'm gonna go at least 8 more minutes at least.
Okay.
What's one of your favorite backdrops? Like the ocean, lighthouses, woods, cemetery.
Woods. I love the woods. I love the woods. I do.
You mentioned the trees earlier, so I figured it was.
I do. You know, and you get fog in the woods and mists in the woods and. It's just fucking magical. Mushrooms and all kinds of shit, you know, moths.
So you look as a hawk or a deer or something walking by, a rat or something it's and God knows Maine is what, 80% woods?
Yeah, right. I don't have to go far to find it. You know, I love the ocean, but it doesn't call to me as much as the
But you'll
winds
do piers and shit, or like a walkway.
Oh
when
yeah.
your boat is
Oh, I'll
sunset.
do it. Yeah, of course. Well, they do it. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you can find the beauty in that shit, but you personally,
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh
let's go to
yeah.
the woods. Let's
So
go.
I actually started when I first bought my little small kit camera and quit my job. I started with photographing landscapes and barns. Barns were a big thing for me. I for a little while
Big wooden barns, like the wooden, like fucking
old barns, and we have
there's a
barns
lot in New England.
everywhere in Maine. Exactly, Maine especially. And this was during COVID, and me and my daughter. So I started homeschooling her because they were doing well. At first, they weren't even going back to school, and I didn't know what the hell was happening. So I just said, "I'm homeschooling you," and we did. And I just drove all over the friggin' state, finding different things, and we'd stop and learn about different historical sites and things like that. And that was like sort of schooling for that year. But the barns and the landscapes, that's where I started. That is where I started my photography journey. I did not start with people at all.
All calendars and people love barns.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah.
my. So that's dope.
I didn't start with people. I didn't really even think I would go there. Honestly, I thought I was just going to be selling landscape canvases or something.
I see.
Somebody asked me to take pictures of their their kid for their senior year, and I apologized because they're fucking horrible. But back then, I was learning and new, and I didn't know what I was doing, and it just sort of progressed from there. And here we are.
Learn.
Exactly. I mean, I look at him now, I'm like, oh, God damn, but yeah.
That's cool though. I dig that, especially like this. I like how you always revert back to the history and shit. Like Maine, to me, there's so much beauty and just shit.
Yeah.
That you look, there's an old pasture with cows by an old crooked like barbed wire fence. Or something.
I can just sort of, I can see the past, and it's just there's a lot of it here. So a lot of interesting shit here.
Guys, you want some photos done if you're in New England area, especially. I gotta have you meet me up at Stephen King's house in Bangor this spring and take some pictures of me.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I want to do that with you at some point when the snow finally goes away. We're still in January, believe it or not. We got 5 minutes to go. I want to say this is Natalie Breton. Have Natalie B Imagery. Check her out, guys. Message me, message her, message her pages. Get her some gigs. She'll do conventions, right? You'll do talk shows. You'll do a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, just like you said, you get some haunting experiences where you can get through next time.
I have a lot of personal experiences right here in my house. So
we'll get fucking Jennifer on the show too. Apparently, she's jumping into
Jen is rooting for me. I told her, I was like, somebody needs to watch me.
Well, we've had 25 people checking in. I've had
awesome.
And shit. So
yeah,
Jen was saying, on YouTube, and hopefully we can talk more about the booking industry. I'll plug you either way, but I'd love to get you part of the show. I'll give you a good deal. We'll talk later on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I want to get you to. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's fun because there's so many mean people out there doing some shit. And let me see. I want to ask you a quick question before we go. What the fuck I want to ask you? Okay, where do you see yourself in this time next year? Writing a book, doing more photography, doing video work?
So I would like to actually experiment a little more in the video thing. That would be fun. I definitely want to do more work outside of Maine, but I also see myself sort of more in an educational role too for other photographers, mainly in my sort of artistic process and the editing that I do, and that sort of educational value. We have a lot of other amazing photographers that are out there teaching business and marketing and things like that. And I fairly unique in my style, and I know a lot of people want to learn how to do it. So I may, I kind of started going down that avenue, but I had to put that on pause. Well, shit hit the fan a little bit, and I had to put some things on pause, but that's okay. New year, we're moving on. But yeah.
I like that you're open. You remind me of my girl Heather. She's open. She knows people what's up. I didn't shave my legs this week. Fuck off. I'm like, that.
It is.
She's a witch, man. She'll fucking put a curse in your pea soup. You'll keep it up. You'll piss your pants. I like that stuff. So Natalie Breton, dude, we got to get into it again.
Absolutely.
This was fun. If you want to co-host and needs another guest, maybe a couple of months when you get a room.
That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be great. No, I mean, it'd be great. I had fun for sure.
Cool. Anything I left out? You want to shoot the shit? We can go a little bit over. I just don't know.
No, I mean, I think we covered. There was a few things I wanted to talk about, and I think I got it all. So I think we're
awesome. Like I said, leave them wanting more. We'll get them next time.
Awesome.
I'll get us on YouTube. I got to work tomorrow, so if not tomorrow, Saturday, I'll tag you in it. You'll be in the archives forever, Historically Haunted.
Awesome.
I appreciate the support, and we'll talk more this weekend about you jumping on ship, and I'd love to fucking represent you. And anyway,
awesome.
I did it like 45 times. So. No harm if not. I just feel like you would work because you know your shit. Guys, Natalie, Natalie, for you listening, not watching, guys, and a lot of people listen, don't watch, Natalie, imagery. Check her out. Say, who's that chick that does photography in the graveyards? I go, Natalie, motherfucker. So, you guys come to Maine, you come to the convention, you want some pictures, you wanted some stuff with me, and do a tour, hit up Natalie. We'll get some pictures by King's house.
Friggin' right.
Historically Haunted Vodcast, guys. Appreciate
awesome.
you. Next week, my guest is Thomas Patrick Gormley and Stacia something. I forget her last name, Willis. But anyway, we'll get to them, guys. We'll get to you. Thank you guys for watching. Any last words, Natalie? On the switch.
Peace out.
Peace out, bro.